Hi, Jen. My name is Angela, and it's very nice to meet you. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Well, I've been seeing a counselor for my addiction to oxys, and I'm just interested in the methadone treatment.
Okay, well, before we get started, I'd like to ask you a few questions regarding your addiction with Oxycontins, as well as give you some information about the methadone process. I'm also going to be your counselor during this process, so we need to fill out some intake forms before proceeding. Are you aware of your confidentiality as a client?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right then. Just know we can go through this anytime you feel unaware. Okay. How much exactly are you using, and are you taking them orally?
I'm using a lot, and I started off using them orally, but it just gradually went to buying them on the street, and now I'm snorting and injecting them.
Okay, well now that I have a good idea on how much you've been using, I'd like to tell you a little more about the methadone maintenance program. Methadone is the leading treatment response for opiate use. Our methadone treatment is a maintenance program for clients dependent on opiates, such as Oxycontins, and is used to treat withdrawal symptoms. Counseling is going to be your first step in entering our methadone treatment program. You'll be required to see a counselor, which will be me, 1 to 2 times a week for about a month. Counseling after this point can be made available anytime by appointments.
So do you think I should end my counseling with the other agency?
Not unless you feel you should, but I do encourage family counseling if you live with your parents, which we don't offer here. Your counselor at the agency may be able to help you, or I can refer you to somebody else if you wish.
So when do I actually start the methadone?
So your actual methadone treatment will begin a month after the period of counseling. At this point, you will see a doctor in our clinic twice in the initial month, which includes a physical exam, a urine test to establish that you actually are dependent on opiates, as well as you can expect questions about your drug use, physical and mental health, your home, family, work, as well as any trouble concerning the law. To try to answer you need to try to answer the questions as honestly as you can, because we are only interested in giving you the help that you've come looking for. Once you've completed the assessment, there are 2 other things you must do. One is you must sign the consent form that allows your name to be added to the methadone registry database of the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario. This information is kept solely to prevent clients from receiving methadone treatment from 1 or more doctors. The second part includes signing a treatment agreement. This agreement consents treatment and sets the rules and expectations as you as our client and us as the provider. So after the 1-month time period of this initial intake process, you will get your first dose of methadone. It will only be 15 to 30 milligrams a day for safety reasons. Withdrawal symptoms may be felt for the first few days, and you may feel drowsy or have drug cravings until your dose is stabilized. This happens usually within 2 to 6 weeks during the stabilization period, and you should avoid driving a car or operating heavy machinery.
Okay, so am I allowed to come back whenever I want?
You can come back whenever you want, as long as you make the appropriate appointments. You are not obligated to begin the methadone treatment program unless you feel that this is something that you want to do. It all depends on you.
Okay, I'll do anything to stop, so I'll commit. Thank you for everything.
No problem, that's what we're here for. So let's sign the papers that are necessary, and we'll get set up starting your next appointments. Does this sound like a good idea to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay then. So let's go to my office and we'll get the appropriate papers for you to sign, and then we're finished for today. You just have to make another appointment to see our doctor, our nurse, and me as your counselor. if there's anything else that I can provide for you, that's what I'm here for. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact me. This is all for you. This process is, you know, for your benefit. Recovery from drug abuse is not an instant fix. So it takes time. It's a process. What works for you may not work for somebody else. The important thing is to find your own way and get headed in the right direction. So do you feel like this is something that's going to make you headed in the right direction?
Yes, I do. I really want to stop. So I'll do anything.
Okay, so we will see you probably next week. We'll set up the appointments that are appropriate for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.